speak to me. If you need anything else, just ask.
You would dare show up here after becoming mortal, abandoning all that Lord Harkon has granted you. You'd best find him soon. Ask him to change you back.
Mortals aren't allowed to freely roam the castle. Not even you. Find Lord Harkon at once, and ask him to please correct the situation. Mortals aren't allowed to freely roam the castle. Not even you. Find Lord Harkon at once, and ask him to please correct. I see you have returned. Lord Harkon will be pleased. You met Stulf and Salonia, I assume? Lord Harkon and I suspected they might follow you there. As well you should have. Welcome to the politics of Lord Harkon's court. Vingalmo and Orthiolf both long for our Lord's throne, but cannot make overt moves against him. Each sought to gain power by using his underling to kill you and keep the chalice for himself. By ensuring the chalice reaches our Lord, you have increased his power over them, and at the same time, deprived them of their little pets. You've done Lord Harkon 2 great services. Take what you've learned to heart, and be careful who you trust. Now, I believe that Lord Harkon wishes to speak with you.
Ah, you are here. Good. Yes, I did. When I told you that I was grateful for my daughter's safe return, I told the truth. But I did not tell you everything. Good. Strong instincts and a cunning mind will serve you as well as blade, spell, or claw. As you know, vampires are powerful, but we have limits. Our great enemy is the sun. And until recently, it's an enemy we've had no way to fight. For centuries, I searched for an answer to this problem. I found an old prophecy written by a moth priest. Those scholars who read the Elder Scrolls. The prophecy tells of a time in which vampires will gain power over the sun and will no longer fear its tyranny. I believe the secret to unraveling that prophecy is written in Serana's Elder Scroll. I have ordered the court to assemble. I have a new task for us all to carry out, and that includes you. Come now, and hear my proclamation. Sirens of the night, hear my words. The prophesied time is at last upon us. Soon we will claim dominion over the sun itself, of eternal darkness. Now
I think my father wanted to see you. Have you talked to him yet?
We must find a moth priest to read it. I have spread false rumors about the discovery of an Elder Scroll in Skyrim to lure a moth priest here. Now it is time to see if those efforts have borne fruit. Go forth and search the land for rumors of a moth priest within our borders. Look to the cities. Speak to innkeepers, carriage drivers, anyone who would meet a traveler. Go now! And carry out this task. This is my command.
Most interesting.
Any idea how you're going to find a moth priest? Skyrim's a pretty big place. Well, back before the College of Winterhold was the first place I'd think to go to for any kind of magic or historical thing. The wizards know about all kinds of things that people probably shouldn't know about. Actually, now that I think of it, I'm going to come along with you. I've been really wanting to get out and explore a bit. Here we are. Yes. The welcome I received felt really cold, even by vampire standards. My father, after all these years, that's the first thing he asked me. I trust you have the scroll. Yes, I have the scroll, gods. Thanks. Sorry, I have a whole host of emotions I don't know how to deal with. My family. It probably wasn't what you'd call normal. Anyway, we've got something to do. I'm glad you're here with me. Hey, don't sniff me too much, alright? So, what's on your mind? It still feels kind of weird, waking up after thousands of years, even at this point. Just thinking about an empire in Cyrodiil, I definitely thought everything would end with the remnants. I'm glad you're here. Alright. I do. My mother tapped me back on the island. That kind of thing came along with my alchemy training. I may not be the gourmet, but I can sure whip up a great stew. If you want, I could make some for you sometime. I knew I heard your stomach growling. Here you go, a nice hot stew. Ronthil tends to get on Farron's nerves quite a lot, don't you think? There's this wretched memory which haunts me. Makes me miserable every time. Let's just keep moving, all right?
I am above the petty squabbles here. I have lived for far too long to be bothered with them.
If anyone's going to survive the longest here, it's Fura. From what I've seen, lust for power only get people killed. Let's go.
I would recognize your smell anywhere. Okay, you smell hungry. I hope you do not want to suck my blood.
Interesting. I've never really been sniffed out before. And yes, just to confirm your suspicions, I am a vampire. But I'm not that kind of vampire. The blood-sucking, monstrous fiend you're probably thinking about. I don't have any interest right now in sucking out your blood. Nor, I don't think I ever will. Let's just say, I eat bad people. And I frankly don't think you're one of them.
I am pleased to meet you. My name is Inigo.
Likewise. I never knew it would be this beautiful. Someone should really make a painting for this place. The Tale of the Great Moth Priest Hunt. Not something I'd want to read. Sorry. The Tale of the Great Moth Priest Hunt. Not something I'd want to read. I mean, as much as anyone. Not a lot. You'd figure a couple 100 years locked away with one would have given me some insight. But no. Turns out, you don't learn much just from sleeping with something. Not at this rate, no. Okay.
Enchanting services are one of the few things that keep us in touch with the rest of Skyrim.
I'm not saying the college caused the Great Collapse, but it's just kind of weird how this place wasn't hit, while the rest of Winterhold was.
I'm working on some very important research, I assure you.
Do you need something? The College of Winterhold. I've read about this place, but never really been here myself. It's a bit underwhelming, to say the least. Everything just seems so crumbly. Well, that's more for the main city, if you'd even call it that. But the college doesn't seem to be in the best shape either. It also doesn't help that most of the locals here despise the college, at least from what I've heard.
It doesn't matter how long I spend here. I will never master magic of any kind. If you need anything else, just ask.
Are you seeing this? Check it out! The college has got so many books here. I've never been to a proper library before. We kind of had one back on the island, but can you compare that to this? To think, all the countless books they have stored here. The decades, the eras of knowledge. The tales of stories of heroes of old, fables, legends, all sorts of narratives. I know we have important things to do, but don't you think it would be a good idea if we'd relax here for a bit? Just browse what they have to offer. And you don't have to keep dawdling there like a thrall. Come on, see if there's anything you'd like to read. Not bad, not bad. I feel like I could spend ages in here. Or, I have an even better idea. Cast a pocket reality spell and take all these books with me. Time flows differently in Oblivion, so that would mean I could read all these books without a care in the world. Though, that would require me knowing that spell, which I don't. I just know someone mentioned it to my mom once. Ugh. Well, just give me a second. Huh. Dwemer recipe to create an ancilla. Mechanical intelligence. The first one. Cortana, it was called. Which was then inserted into a Dwemer exoskeleton, linking the user with this ancilla. Interesting. And I'm done. Dwemer schematics. They're pretty interesting. All right.
I don't want to see you treating any of these books poorly, are we? Hundreds of years have gone into assembling this collection. It's going to stay pristine, understand? A moth priest? What in Oblivion do you need a moth priest for? Fine, no need to get your britches in a twist. The obvious answer is to go to the Imperial City. The moth priests make their home in the White Gold Tower. Sometimes they go out looking for Elder Scrolls. Lucky for you, there's a moth priest in Skyrim right now, doing just that. He stopped in to do some research in the library, then left for Dragonbridge. If you hurry, you might catch him there.
What now? I've always wondered what the Dwemer actually looked like. If one believes Nordsen, they were much like elves, but with beards. But what about young dwarves? Were they indistinguishable from, say, the Altmer then? Maybe there were other differences. Lighter skin tone, or tails? No. Why would they have tails? I don't know. Don't mind my rambling. It's just there's so many artifacts from their civilization, and yet we know so little. What did they look like? Where did they go?
Mr. Dragonfly says he would rather travel with me. It is not personal. He and I go way back. I've read most of these books already. I don't remember what they're about, but I've definitely read them. I'm thinking I am safe in this armor. No,